In the summer of 2004, me and my brother Clifford were hitchhiking back from Vancouver. So we get dropped off in Kelowna in the middle of the night, and it's pitch dark, and we know that we're on the highway right near Mission Creek. We pull out our sleeping bags and we decide to just set up there and sleep on the side of the road. A little while later, we got woken up by the cops, and from the lights of their car, we realized that we were not at the side of the road. We were actually on a meridian right in the middle of the highway. So we followed the highway down till we came to this little bridge thing, and we slept under there until, sometime the next morning. We just got woken up by traffic noises. So then we get up and we're walking out, and we find water and ate the last of the food that we had. And then we set out. We're heading past Orchard Park Mall, and we look up at the digital sign, and it's plus 32 degrees at 9:30 in the morning. So as we follow the highway out of Kelowna, we keep putting our thumbs out, and nobody's stopping for us. We kind of know that coming out of the Okanagan, the only rides we're going to get are going to be from truckers. And the truckers are not going to stop on hills, which means we're going to have to find a stretch that's straight with no up and down. And we did not find that for a very long time. So as we're walking up and down hills, we come to a spot where we're along the lake, but there's all these curves as you're going past the lake. And still nobody's picking us up. And then this guy pulls up in a pickup truck, and I don't even think we stuck our thumbs out. He says, "You guys need a ride?" And we say, "Okay." I usually don't pick up hitchhikers, but you guys are right near my property, and I don't want you guys hanging out near here for very long, so I'm going to drop you off in Winfield, and then you'll be somebody else's problem. Okay? That sound fair? Okay, yep, thank you, sir. And so he drops us off in Winfield. Now in Winfield, we're looking around, and there are orchards everywhere. Apples, pears, peaches. I see cherries up in the hill somewhere. So we start making a plan. We're gonna get some food. Now, there's these little roadside stands, and there seems to be people watching everywhere we're looking. There's kind of a lot of people out on the highway, but if we can find a place, just a shady spot where we can lay low for the rest of the day, we can come out at night and we can get some fucking food. We have our plan, and we're looking around for a shady spot, and as a car is driving by, we both instinctively put our thumbs out, and the fucking thing stops. So the guy gets out of the car, and he says, "Well, you guys gonna have to put your bags in the back seat. See, I got big subs in my trunk." And he opens up his trunk and shows me the two subwoofers. He didn't need to do that. He didn't need to show me, but he made a point of it. So I get in the back seat, and Clifford is in the passenger seat, and we're driving, and cranks up the music. I remember it was Metallica, the Some Kind of Monster soundtrack. Awesome album. Or at least I remember it being an awesome album that day. I noticed that one side of the sheet is shaking from heavy bass. I noticed that the other side has no bass at all. I kind of think this is weird. So he reaches into the glove box and he pulls out a baggie with some papers and goes, "Hey, you guys smoke weed?" And I say, "Well, I do." He doesn't. He says, "Okay." And he passes me the baggie and some papers and says, "Here, roll 2 joints because I don't want to distract myself by passing it, okay?" "Okay." So I roll 2 joints, and I accidentally drop a nug on the floor. And then I hand him the baggie back and one of the joints, and then I light up the other, and I'm laying in the back seat, just kind of relaxing with the seatbelt kind of tied around me. And then he gets a phone call. He's kind of looking around, and he pulls up at a rest stop with a little picnic table. And there's another car there. He gets out, and he opens up the trunk, fumbles around for a bit, and pulls out a duffel bag. And he walks over to this other car with the duffel bag and pulls out a bag and hands it to the guy. And comes back, puts the duffel bag back in the trunk with the subs, gets back in the car and says, "Okay, yeah, now I gotta go get gas and we should probably get some food." But while he's pulling out of the rest stop area, he's not paying attention. And he cuts off a white Mack truck. And the truck squeals its brakes hard. Now, Me and Clifford had driven with a lot of truckers, so we both knew. The air brakes in the truck are designed to stop a heavy truck at high speed, but in the process it damages them. And they have to be tightened up, and they need more water put into them. And if a trucker, the truckers have regular roadside inspections, and if their truck is leaking water, it can be pulled off the road. So, if you are the cause of a trucker squealing his brakes, you have made an enemy for life. So right after that, he goes, holy fuck, I almost got us killed. Okay, you know what? I haven't slept in like 3 days, so can one of you drive? Well, I don't, but he does. Go to the gas station, pick up some food, and get back in. And this time, Clifford's driving, and our host kind of wraps the seatbelt around himself and starts falling asleep in the passenger seat. So Clifford's really impressed with the car. It's that year's model, and it's the newest car he's ever driven. He says it handles like a dream. It almost seems to do what he's thinking before he even does it. I find the bud I accidentally dropped on the floor, roll up another joint, light it. We kind of talk for a bit. Talk about women, and talk about kids, and what we're going to do for the rest of the summer once we get back to Regina. And a little while after dark, I lay back and drift off. I wake up, and it's daylight. I sit up and look around, and it's not daylight. It's still pitch black outside, but it's so bright in the car. Is the light on? And we're on that narrow stretch of highway carved into the side of the Rocky Mountains. One side going straight up, and the other side going straight down with a little metal barrier. There's no straightaways, just constant twists and turns. Then I look at the speedometer. 145? What the fuck? Slow down. Tell that to him. I turn around, and it's a white Mack truck. He's been on our ass for the past 10 minutes. He won't pass. I can't slow down enough to pull into any of the rest stop areas, or we'll fucking smash into the side of the wall. I think a little while ahead there might be a turnoff of some kind that I can take, and I can't see the driver of the truck. I just see the Bulldog, Mack logo, bright lights on either side. This trucker must know this highway very well. He's done this before. That trucker's like driven the stretch of highway hundreds of times, and who would know? And who would know? We're just 3 assholes going too fast went through a barrier. No witnesses. There's nothing to investigate. The story pretty much spells itself out, especially with all the dope in the trunk. I look back at the white Mack truck again. He's done this before. You know, I think he's done this before.
Lived a good life, 'cause I ain't got no guarantees, man, and all I can do is try. We'll either make it through life or we'll die. Now shut the fuck up so I can drive. Hard down on the pedal, flying like a shiver down the spine of the devil. Flying like a shiver down the spine of the devil. Flying like a shiver down the spine of the devil. Hard down on the pedal, flying like a shiver down the spine of the devil. Flying like a shiver down the spine of the devil.